Man, listen, right? Now, let me tell y'all something. To all my followers, listen to me. You know, I respect y'all, I love y'all, but one thing I always tell you, I always say, listen, we not gonna agree on everything. You know that, right? Some people like, oh, bro, I can't believe how you agreeing with Puffy and this, and listen, man. It's the same thing with Big Meech, right? People think that I support Big Meech because Big Meech is from my city and this. Well, really, I didn't know shit about Meech until Meech went to jail, bro. And I'm from Detroit, Michigan. Meech did his thing in Georgia, right? When you talk about billboards and shit like that he put the billboards, nigga, listen, it was my man Tate from Detroit. He had the DWI up. Now, I remember them billboards around Detroit. You know what I'm saying? Deal with it. Them niggas, they did it big. You know what I'm saying? I used to see Tate riding around in a convertible BMW when they, you know what I'm saying? So, but I had never heard of Meech. You know what I'm saying? Until he got fucked over, and that's just real talk. People think that, you feel me? I'm not a fan of fucking Puffy, but what's right is right. The same thing with the Meech shit. What's right is right, wrong is wrong. You know what I'm saying? Okay, look, I understand Puffy a piece of shit. He know he a piece of shit. He know some of the shit that he done, bad business. But when you look at it in that lane, who don't do bad business? Every black motherfucker you know been accused of fucking somebody over. Suge Knight, think of fucking Irv Gotti, goddamn Birdman, Jay Prince. They all, somebody gonna always feel as though they old. But these are grown motherfuckers. Do something about it then if you've been fucked over. Okay, bad business practices. Warren Buffett said it himself to Jay-Z. Jay-Z another one, but Warren, but you not gonna, you being a good guy not gonna get you nowhere. You're gonna have to fuck somebody over. And that's just the way, it's sad, but that's the way it is. Okay, he beat women, right? People make a big deal out of that, and that is wrong, but domestic shit happens every day. Like I say, he a piece of, I'm not, who gives a fuck, right? But none of that shit to me. And when you think about the Tupac situation, I'm a Tupac fan, but I'm a street nigga also. And one thing I know about this shit is Pac played the game and lost. That's just what it is. Do I want to see him go to jail for that? No, his own mama said, fuck it. I'm not talking to no police about it. It is what it is. It'll get handled on the street pretty much. Like, if you gonna be a street nigga and a gangster, nigga, gangster shit come with that. So, hey, am I mad at Puffy for that? I can't hold it against him. And I'm my favorite rapper. But what's right is right, wrong is wrong. See, 50 Cent is a bitch nigga. Do you hear me? The worst type of motherfucker it is, bro. This nigga led the world to think he a gangster, this, got money and turned into a whole different nigga. Nigga wearing see-through shirts, you can see his nipples through and shit. Fucking tight ass suits. The nigga is horrible, bro. There's nothing street about him. Like, I don't understand this rat behavior. He took all this pimp shit, all this gangster shit, and you dish the shit out, but you can't take it. Look what he did to Rick Ross' baby mama, my nigga. Y'all think y'all talking to 50 Cent, like a lot of y'all making comments like 50 should have did this and that. This nigga's a piece of shit, nigga. He's a woman beater. Then he set a bitch house or car on fire by the bitch or something. Then on top of the shit, look what he did to Rick Ross' baby mama. Tried to turn this man's son against him and put this shit out for the world to see. Made a sex tape with his baby mama in it just to embarrass Rick Ross. And now your bitch getting fucked, nigga. This bitch is a fucking whore. So Karma done came back to bite you. How? And y'all keep saying that I'm accused. Yeah, he did it. Believe me, this nigga had something to do with Puffy being fucked over, my nigga. How else did it come across the federal? Listen, how else would this shit come across the federal government desk? They gonna be like, oh, a rich man getting his dick sucked, flying whores in. You think the feds gonna be like, oh my God, consensual sex too? So the feds gonna be like, oh, we got us one. Let's set up surveillance. Get the fuck out of all the shit going on in the world, and a billionaire flying dick in for his bitch. That's gonna put him on the radar. And how the fuck is it a RICO? Well, by himself. See, what I'm saying is you gotta look at how this shit was all strategized and planned out. This documentary didn't happen overnight. What I'm trying to tell y'all, this nigga only been sentenced a month ago or so, and this motherfucker documentary hit. Nigga, you know how long it took to get all them clips and put all that shit together, and they followed him through all that time? You know what I'm saying? It takes time to do that. So he was already, nigga, from the beginning. Look how 50 Cent came out about the dressing shit. Puffy offered me, said it on national TV. I told him no. And he kept going on about him being fruity. So the whole, they built up this whole image on Puffy. This is how they tear niggas down. Out of all the years you ever knew about Puff Daddy, you never heard no shit about him being on drugs. You never heard about him beating a bitch. You never heard about none of this shit until the last 2 years. Before the pandemic, after the pandemic, nothing. He a bad businessman. Yeah, the shit with Sean was bold. That's it. That's all they talked about. You never heard about nothing gay. You knew he threw parties, but what rich nigga don't throw parties? What I'm saying. So they built this whole shit to make the world think that this nigga was a fucking pedophile. They was talking about how he did this to Justin Bieber. It just, all of a sudden, it just was like lynch Puffy. Just out the blue, out of nowhere, this nigga's on drugs. He's drugging bitches and fucking them. It's like when your time come, it come. Every nigga, that's how it happened. Like Bill Cosby, when that shit just came out of nowhere after 50 years. When they want you, bro. So they build this shit up around you, even with the R. Kelly shit. They made this nigga sound like he was a fucking monster, my nigga. Turned the world against him. Like right now, y'all still, in y'all mind, why y'all hate Puffy so much? Because he fucked niggas out their money? Because he might have killed Tupac? Like, why are y'all so, you mad because they put this image in your head that he drug bitches and rape them? Y'all mad at this man because y'all got an image in your head that he's fucking with young girls, trafficking them from state to state for sexual favors, right? That's what y'all thinking. Y'all looking at this nigga like he's gay. Like he fuck niggas and bitches and drug them and fuck them. Now this nigga, and he's, listen bro, then when they hit his house, they found the gun, they made him look like Scarface. When everybody in the United States of America has a right to bear firearms. So why was it so fucking shocking that he has 2 firearms in his home and he's a fucking billionaire? He's a fucking billionaire and y'all surprised that he had 2 guns in his fucking house. Made a big deal out of that. And guess what? When it went to court, he was not charged with none of that. He wasn't even charged with the shit. It ain't like, you know what I'm saying? Listen, bro, there's no way around that but a life sentence. If you drug somebody on drugs and drug them and fuck them without their consent, that shit didn't even come up in the fucking courtroom. They whole case was built on some shit that shouldn't have never been showed in the court. Where did that come from? That shit over 10 years old where he kicked Cassie in her ass. So where did that come from? How in the fuck did anybody even know to go to get the tapes to do that? That's an inside job. Somebody went to these people, which was 50 Cent, because his bitch, he made his bitch get the other bitch to go along with the shit. And they sitting down talking at the table, and he was like, well, one time he jumped on me in a room and such. Oh, let's go get them tapes. Oh, we got them. When he paid the people, okay, now we got that. So that's what they based it on. They showed that shit for what? Why did you show that on TV? What was the point of it? The shit was old. They've been back together since then. He has never been charged for it. But what's mind-blowing to me is how in the fuck did it end up in a court of law? Some shit that he never been charged with, that's never been seen ever nowhere else but besides somebody held onto them tapes to do this. Nigga, it was a circus. They did that shit. All that shit was strategic. All the shit with the drink champs, with him fucking with them niggas, to come party with me, daddy. They used everything against him. The Justin Bieber, the Usher shit. They just built the whole gay scenario around him. Fucking him beating women, and now all these hoes coming out the woodworks. He getting fake ass. Nobody pressed charges on this nigga, but he getting all these lawsuits, and everybody crying like they fucking victims. I wanted to spit through the TV. If I could have spit on one of these motherfuckers through this when I watched, I wanted to just spit in one of these motherfuckers' faces. That's how mad I was. First of all, this Capricorn dick-sucking whore, right? This fucking bitch going, what was you up there talking about? Bitch, you sucked this dick, you fucked him, everything was good. And you talking about some shit, you crying with tears in your eyes. Well, he played a tape. He thought he was Alpo and he played a tape in front of people. Well, how you know? Did you see it or was it hearsay? And bitch, you had to know you was being recorded. It ain't like, bitch, it was iPhones back there. Niggas had them big ass Price is Right cameras back then. Ain't no way a nigga can sneak and record you back then, bitch. With a camcorder. You did some freak shit with him and he got out. Now you trying to come up in 2025 and say that this man played the tapes for other people to see. It's not true. I don't believe it. You know why I don't believe it? Because ain't no fucking way a nigga who want to be famous with a Tootsie Roll sized dick about to get a group of people and say, look at this. Look at what I'm doing to her. Nigga dick little than the motherfucker. So he go, listen, what nigga with a dick the size of a Tootsie Roll gonna invite motherfuckers and say, who the fuck gonna be more embarrassed? Her or you, motherfucker? So I already know that shit ain't true. Who the fuck gonna do some shit like that? Like, man, I'm being silly, but I'm being truthful. You know what I'm saying? Get the fuck out of here with that shit, crying like you hurt. Bitch, you did the freak shit anyway. What you think that happens to tapes? You think a nigga not gonna show their homeboys? What the fuck wrong with you? Fuck, you thought it was just for his purposes only? Like, I mean, you been then gonna play the victim. And then the thing is this whole nigga. Let me tell you how fucked up the world is. The motherfucking nigga who grew up with Puffy. Listen, man, these the type of niggas that, like, I don't wish nothing good to niggas like this. And how the fuck is you a victim? You older than him, you bigger than him. Now all these years, nothing's been said about nothing. Now all of a sudden in 2025, he a sexual deviant. He was doing sexual shit to you, you bitch made nigga. What type of nigga come out and say another nigga was fucking on him and you supposed to be a straight man? That's some shit you take to your grave, nigga. No, but you know it ain't true, because you will be gay and all this shit. You have a nigga, you don't give a fuck if they know the nigga play with your asshole. Fuck it. As long as I can get some money out of it, that's what you doing. Like, who the fuck says some shit like that? A nigga that played with your asshole for years and you sitting up here crying on TV tomorrow. Bitch, you ain't said none of this shit until the nigga didn't pay you. And that's what I be telling y'all. If Puffy would have been still cool with this nigga right now and would have paid him this little money that he say he owe him, do you think this nigga would have a problem with Puffy? Because he didn't have a problem with Puffy until the nigga said, get the fuck on. Now all of a sudden he this and that. He just playing into it with the rest of these motherfuckers saying. On there crying this make-believe ass shit. And then, bro, I don't feel people, and look, to all my women followers, I got a lot of respect for women, but I hate, that's why I like real women who know that these whores are playing the victim. These are dick suckers. These are bitches that's there for the money. They're using him, right? They there for the money and the good time. Why would a billionaire motherfucker like him have to drug a bitch and fuck her when the bitch come to do drugs and fuck anyway? Make that make sense. How the fuck do y'all even consider these whores to be fucking victims, man? Make it make sense. How can you say that they're fucking victims when they're sitting up there telling you they was all with the shits until everybody ain't nobody went there and say, I was just in it with my friend there and I woke up with my panties neck and okay then, bitch, where the fucking police report? Why is it a lawsuit? Why are you on TV talking now because somebody done gave you a couple of dollars to come up and say this? Why this shit ain't been came out? Why now? Why in 2024 is Let's Puffy? And if a motherfucker takes something from a woman or a man to do something, I'm with the death penalty. I'm with death to him. Yeah, give him life. If he a sexual predator, you a sick motherfucker to be that rich and taking pussy or asshole or whatever you doing, death penalty. Fuck him. I don't believe it. I don't believe it. This shit was put together by a sucker stroking hoe ass nigga 50 Cent, man. And this nigga mad. Like I said, look what he did to Rick Ross fucking baby mama and his family. Turned his son against this man, my nigga. Fuck 50 Cent. Y'all talking about something 50 this, all this other shit. Fuck this whole nigga. You gonna turn a nigga son against him and then you had a nigga bitch fucked. What more humiliation than that? Besides what you going through though, nigga. See, one thing about Rick Ross, his bitch was already into porn anyway. This bitch was a whore anyway. You thought you got pictures in matching pajamas kissing this bitch in the mouth. You know what I'm saying? You love this hoe. So Puffy over there having 10 different niggas stick dick to her, eating popcorn, playing with his nipples, and having a bet his way with this hoe. And that's why you mad. And that's some sucker stroking shit. That's what I'm saying. All this, and you gonna put a documentary out on this nigga and this man in there fighting for his life, man? Fuck this nigga, man. It's about to be worse. It's over for him. 50 about to go down, dog. While you pushing and pointing at Jay-Z and doing all this whole shit, it's all, believe me, keep watching, nigga. You get a front row seat. It ain't nothing good about to happen to this nigga, man. Turn on Meats, call him all type of rats. What type of street nigga calls another nigga a rat without paperwork? Tell me that. So, and what baffles me is out of all these wicked white people and Jewish motherfuckers that you around, that you know that fuck with little kids and that do bad business and fuck over niggas, you ain't doing nothing on none of these motherfuckers. It's all your own people. You did this to another black man over a bitch. And you supposed to be a nigga. You talking about taking niggas' hoes and doing all this and talking in your music. That's why I say ain't none of these niggas what they say they are, my nigga. None of them. This nigga is fraudulent. I don't believe none of that shit, my nigga. That all that gangster shit is out the door. This the weakest shit. You a rat. You beyond a rat right now, nigga. You hate your own people. You a race hater, nigga. You know what I'm saying? Out of all these white motherfuckers, Jewish motherfuckers you around, the shit that you do and the image that you put out of niggas, you don't know white people that done some gangster shit. Even the shit that you put out is put niggas in a bad spotlight. Like, I'm not no Farrakhan motherfucker. I like the shit, but goddamn, you can't do shit about a Jewish mobster. You gotta have your own people doing fucked up shit, fucking over their own people, my nigga. Like, even the shit you put out is just fucked up. You know what I mean? Like, it's just, you not for your people at all. And I was talking to my brother the other day, and we was having a conversation, not an argument, but just, you know, and I was saying, like, Jay-Z, oh, up. And he like, well, why? Like, it ain't his, but it is his responsibility. Like, why can't, and I'm not saying don't nobody want his money. He don't have enough money. But Jay-Z, 50 Cent, Oprah Winfrey, these sellout motherfuckers that has a voice and that's rich and that they can even, you know what I'm saying? And a lot of rappers. I'm just gonna, it's more rappers than that, but I'm just saying Jay-Z is the Dun Dada, the big dog of all big dogs, right? If he say something, motherfuckers gonna listen. If he sat down and said, look, got with Young Jeezy, E40, like, look, my nigga, we about to clean these streets up. You know what I'm saying? Look, all that killing shit, we gonna have to stop that shit. You think these kids wanna listen? You think he don't have power? You know what I'm saying? These motherfuckers got power. None of these motherfuckers that's making money off this bullshit they doing is sitting down talking about what's going on. And even like the presidents, until Donald Trump, the only president that seemed to give a fuck what's going on in the hood. Not a president ever gave not a fuck about, all this violence and death going on in the black communities, nobody never gave a fuck enough. And people mad because he's sending the fucking National Guards in. But it's the same thing with the rappers. It's always the poor motherfuckers, the niggas with the real pull and the real voice, never step up and say anything. Well, he rap about it. What do we, man, listen to that shit. Nigga, talk about it. You know what I'm saying? Talk about that shit, nigga. That's why I say these niggas owe up. It's a lot of sellout motherfuckers, bro. And I could never be that. I'm not saying that he do owe it. You know why I think he do owe it? And he do owe up. Because, nigga, we made you. The streets is what made you, nigga. I don't give a fuck. You didn't just get rich, nigga. How you think you got the money? So, you know what I'm saying? So the thing is, if you getting this rich, goddamn, at least fix where you come from, my nigga. You know what I'm saying? It's like when motherfuckers pay tax money, right? Goddamn, all these motherfuckers stealing, right? So we got fucked up streets. At least fix the streets, motherfucker. That's what you tell to the politicians. Like, nigga, they taking all our money and we got all these potholes in the goddamn, at least fix the streets. And that's what I'm telling Jay-Z, nigga, you getting all, and 50 Cent and all these motherfuckers, you getting all this motherfucking money, my nigga. At least fix the streets. You feel me? But you feel as though you don't gotta ride through them no more, cause you somewhere else now. So fuck them streets. I'ma take the money and run with it. I got you though. But listen, you know, that's not real thoroughbred nigga shit, bro. And like I say, nigga, they talk about this Cassie shit, and motherfuckers think this whore is a victim. This bitch is not a fucking victim, bro. She got kicked in her ass. She didn't give two fucks. She was with him that night. The fuck is she a fucking victim when you can leave and go whenever the fuck you want to go? You choose to stay because you're benefiting from it. So you a fool. And like I said, with all these dick suckers, if a motherfucker so bad and treacherous, even these hoe niggas, because it baffles me that a nigga get on national TV and say another nigga fucked him in the ass or fondled with him for years and never nothing said until 2025. Now he's a demon. Where the charges at? Who else you talk to about this shit? Why wasn't it a problem then? It's only a problem because he ain't paid you. That's why I say about a lot of motherfuckers. Motherfuckers only got a problem with you when you say no. Now all of a sudden you this. And I told you, if they don't get you with the other shit, they always gonna go with the gay shit. Now, if this man was gay, how in the fuck is he paying for dick for bitches and they all in all type of freak offs and not one nigga came out and said, I fucked this nigga? Or he fucked me, or you know what I'm saying? Man, they tearing this nigga down. I'm not a Puffy fan, so I'm tired of people saying, how could you say this about Puffy? Nigga, fuck you. This shit is unfair. This was a witch hunt. Man, who the fuck gets 4 years for buying? He didn't even buy pussy. Man, how did this shit even get to dog? Am I the only one that this really hard to wrap my brain around? That a nigga, a billionaire, in his privacy of his own home with all consenting adults end up about to do life in prison for what I do with my money and my dick. And this is the fucking America. Y'all not hearing me. He didn't drug nobody. He didn't force none of these motherfuckers to do nothing. So all that shit that 50 Cent put out there that made y'all think this, and they tried to do it to the jury. That's what they tried to do beforehand, was put all this shit in the jury mind. But then when they got there and looked at it and sat there, and they was like, well, where the fuck are all the shit at then? All y'all showing us is a picture of this bitch getting kicked in the ass up the fucking hallway that he end up back with and hearsay. Where's all of bitches coming tell me something where he raped me and I woke up with a dick in my mouth? Where them bitches at? Where the police reports at? Man, this is the biggest witch hunt in America. How is this man in prison for this shit, dog? Why didn't they let him go? How did he have to do all this time in jail fighting this bullshitting ass, made up ass case? All they did was drug and embarrass this man. He might not make it out with his life, bro. For them to do this, the government, to kidnap a motherfucker, hold him again, how the fuck they don't let him go for buying pussy or buying dick for a bitch when y'all letting murderers go every day, all day? Drug dealers, murderers, rapists, everybody has a bond. But a billionaire motherfucker living his best life, doing what most niggas dream they can do. You know what I'm saying? Do what and that's what the fuck you want to do when you want to do it. Listen, bro, I don't see nothing that nigga did wrong, bro. Nothing. Who the fuck is anybody to judge this nigga when half you motherfuckers that got something to say about it did way more fucked up shit than what this nigga did? You know what I'm saying? Yeah, so what, he a fucked up nigga? We all fall short in the eyes of the Lord, my nigga. Who is us to point at a nigga? But that shit they putting on him? Nah, man. Fuck 50 Cent.